Good evening, everybody. What a national championship game it was last night. Michigan wins the national title against the Washington Huskies. Congratulations to everybody who tailed me last night, taking the Wolverines minus the 4.5. A lot of people jumped on that side. We didn't get the total, but more got on board with the side, so more happy customers than not. But we did get a W there, and we finished off an incredible college football season. I'm very sad to see it go, but everybody who got on board early with the season pass or tailed me all season long, I mean, you can't ask for anything else. Over 3,000 units won this season. So now we're off to basketball. We're off to college basketball, the NBA. We're going to finish things off in the NFL. We've had a fantastic year in the NFL. And then, of course, the National Hockey League as well. So we're excited about the future. We're very grateful for the past. And I welcome you to Against the Public. I'm Dana Lane. We're the only show to look at the first betting patterns by the public and find numbers that might give us an edge, which I think we've done again today. Before we get to our free plays, please go to pickdawgz.com. Take advantage of my NBA 3-pack that's up there right now. $49.99 gives you all three of my top NBA selections for Tuesday. And, of course, it comes with our Pickdawgz win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. And, of course, if you're ready, let's jump in. I mean, it's time to purchase a week pass, a month pass, an annual pass. Get involved with one of these long-term packages because that is by far the best deal that I have on the website. The 30-day pass is $13.13 a day. The 90-day pass is less than $10 a day. The annual all-access pass is less than $100 a month. Get every one of my plays for one low price. You don't have to keep going back to the website every day to, buy individual games. Just get my all-access pass and get every one of these plays sent to you without, having to jump back on the website every single day. But appreciate the people that do. Appreciate anybody who puts their money behind me. I am grateful and have gratitude towards everybody that certainly thinks enough of me to put their money behind me. So thank you so much to that. Last night, another perfect 3-0 sweep of the college basketball card, 2-1 in the NBA. So we're off and running post-college football. And guys, in the NFL this year too, I just want to remind you, if you need more pushing or more factors as to why you should join me for my all-access pass. Over the last 90 days in the NFL, I've hit 56% winners, but that's even gotten better over the last 30 days where we're up to 63% documented NFL winners, and that's after a perfect 3-0 sweep on Sunday. And over the last week in college basketball, just to throw this in too, because we're going to take all our efforts from college football, and man, all that time that gets freed up now, we're going to put all our efforts into the NBA and college basketball. But 58.3% winners in college basketball over the last week. Okay, so let's get to our free games for Tuesday. After another winning day on Monday with our free plays, we'll start it off 6:30 Eastern Time, 6:03, 6:04. Seton Hall Pirates minus 7.5, 140.5 versus the Georgetown Hoyas. This is a total you should shop for because right now it's anywhere. I'm seeing anywhere between 141.5. There's a 140.5. So shop around for this a little bit. But to me, this is a classic trend where both teams are coming in playing under basketball on the season. They're coming off of under games. And then we have a total that's a few points higher than I thought it would be. But the Pirates are coming off that massive win against Marquette. They put up 78 points against Marquette. And I think Kadari Richmond is going to pick right up where he left off against Marquette. He's a terrific player. I don't see where he would regress. Maybe, I think he can go for 20 in this game as he did against Marquette. So we're going to go over that 140.5. Then game number 2, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Game 6:05, 6:06, the Texas Longhorns versus the Cincinnati Bearcats. Bearcats minus 6, 146.5. The Longhorns are coming off failed back-to-back covers, one against University of Texas Arlington and one against Texas Tech. Now, that game against Texas Tech, they lost that game outright. That was a massive loss. They were 6.5-point favorites and lost that game by 11. By far their worst loss of the season, the worst outing of the season. And really, if the truth be told, if you watch that game, for 30 minutes, 32 minutes, they really controlled this game and then collapsed at the end. We know that the Bearcats had their quality win against BYU on the road. That broke a 4-game losing streak against the spread. And I still, despite the loss, and I try not to get too high or low off of what I just saw. I just try to go on what I think a team is. And they still have a tremendous backcourt. Tyrese Hunter and Max Abesmith is as good as you will see. In fact, Abesmith is a guy that will shoot the ball from anywhere. I mean, we've seen this guy, pull up basically from half court, not quite, but just inside or at the edge of most teams' logo on the court. He has got some great range, incredible range. So I love those two backcourt guys who are both deadly on the court. I think they bounce back with that after that loss, and they're getting a generous amount of points in this one. So we're going to take the Texas Longhorns plus the 6. Sorry, I'm just looking at something. Texas plus the 6. 27% of the early money is on the Longhorns, so a lot of people jumping on Cincinnati as well. So we're going to take Texas plus the 6. And then third and final game, 607 and 608. Kansas State minus 1.5, 142 is your total against the West Virginia Mountaineers. Early betting is slightly favoring the Mountaineers, but with 52% of the money coming in on West Virginia. I do think this number is going to hold because it appears, as I'm looking at here, the ticket count also it favors the Wildcats. So I think we're going to be even. I think that number is a sharp number. It's right on what I had it on, so I don't think it's going to move very much. I like the Kansas State depth. I think, to me, we've talked about depth before. I think it's massive when you have that. I think when you can go to the bench and pick off a guy like Dorian Finister, who is going to come in and he's going to give you quality minutes. And not only are you going to, there's no drop off on offense, and that's really what we usually focus on is what kind of drop off we're going to have in offense. Well, you bring a guy like Finister in, and there's no drop off in defense. Matter of fact, his defense is probably better than the offense that he provides. So he's an above average scorer, but defensively he's a fantastic kid. And I just love to put my money on teams that have depth. And the problem I have a problem with this number a little bit because the 1.5 seems a little bit peculiar. I did go through my power rankings, and it's right where it should be, but there's kind of that sixth sense that says to me, that just does not seem right. But this is a revenge spot for Kansas State off of last year. I think the Cats are extremely active on the board, which they are. They should win this game minus 1.5, lay the 1.5 on the road. But it's really, when you get a West Virginia team that's not close to 500 against a Kansas State team that's clearly better on paper, now we're looking at a 1.5. I don't know. My spidey sense goes off. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes it's just a bad number, just a bad send-out number. But Kansas State is the better of the two teams. The road factor might be the difference here. If we don't cash this ticket, but I still like Kansas State. I still feel like I'm getting the better of the two teams. So I'm going to lay the 1.5 points as our third and final free game. So that does it for your free plays on Tuesday. Guys, please go to pickdawgz.com right now. Get involved with my NBA 3-pack for $49.99, or get, which also comes with a Pick Dawgz win guarantee, or get on board with those annual passes, or those monthly passes, or the weekly passes. Get every one of my plays for one low price. Either way, please get involved. And if you have already, thank you so much for putting your money behind me. Let's give you our free plays one more time. 603-604, Seton Hall, Georgetown, over 140.5. 605, Texas, plus 6. And 607, Kansas State, minus 1.5. That does it for today's show. Thank you for everybody that has helped this show continue to grow. That does it for Against the Public. I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Tuesday.